This Jay Muse.
This is Eddie McClintock from Warehouse 13.
Hey, this is Brian Holler.
This is Brett Dole.
Hey, this is Eddie Trunk, and you're listening to Beer Bros and BS.
Beers Bros BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
You should be listening to Beer Bros and BS every day, every minute for the rest of your lives.
Snooch to the nooch!
Willkommen bei Episode 51 von Beer Bros and BS. Ich bin Dave, the Big Librarian, und bei mir sind...
Jose.
Alex, the King of Alapata.
And I'm a 25-foot lava golem.
So, excuse me for that terrible German. If you are listening and you do speak Deutsch, Entschuldigung.
Yes, shoulder schlung.
Gee, Dave, why are you speaking in German?
Well, today's our second annual Oktoberfest special.
Ah.
So all the beers and the food that we're eating, meanwhile, is Oktoberfest related.
Yeah, we've got some pretzels here, some sausage, some Wurst.
Some Wurst.
The best Wurst I've ever had.
Uns
Frankenwurst.
Uns Brezels. So, as always, we're going to have Jose read off the beers that we have tonight.
How do you say good luck in German?
I don't know.
Oh. Good luck.
Guten Luken. I don't know.
I like that one.
Okay. Sierra Nevada, Oktoberfest.
Off to a great start.
Strong start.
Left Hand Brewing, Oktoberfest, Märzen Lager.
Oktoberfest.
October.
Weihenstephaner, Festbier.
Okay.
And Wynwood Brewing, Oktoberfest. Sorry, there's like a hyphen between the Wintober. I guess they didn't have enough space on the crawler.
That's all right. And so the first beer we're going to be drinking is...
First up is the Sierra Nevada Oktoberfest. Last year, we had Sierra Nevada's Oktoberfest, which was a collaboration with Brauhaus Riga. This year, they've collaborated with Marsbrau or Marsbräu, which is a brewery in Bamberg, Germany. And so this one is brewed with a nearly forgotten German-grown hop called Record hops. So,
It's nice.
That's good. It's good, mild. It's got that Märzen flavor.
Has a little bit of the Pils flavor too.
Yeah, I get that.
What's the ABV on this?
6%.
6%?
Record hops.
Something I just like about these beers that you could just... to me, it's kind of like a session beer.
They're very, very drinkable.
So as always, we're going to start out the show with it's been a while since we've recorded, so
it is.
We have to apologize in advance to anybody listening.
I have to say that the color on this beer is kind of light, right?
Yeah, it's very light.
It's not usually like your orange.
This is definitely on the lighter side of the spectrum for an Oktoberfest.
Yeah, honestly, like if I didn't know it was a Märzen, I wouldn't, think it was one because it really just tastes like more like a lager, like a regular lager.
Well, it says Märzen Lager, right? No, actually it doesn't.
I'm just saying. Normally, you expect it to be like kind of more caramelly.
Yeah,
the caramel is definitely there.
I'm not getting it, man.
Really? It's not intense or anything.
Wait, this.
I feel like this is like a beer you can give to people who are used to drinking like macros, and they'd be like, "Oh, I recognize this as beer," They wouldn't be like, "Oh, what is all these crazy flavors in here?"
I noticed though that this style of beer is what I'll give to somebody who's used to drinking macros, and they tend to like this because it's a better flavor, it's a higher alcohol content. So, anywho, let's get started with a nice little round of Would You Rather. Would you rather listen to a Creed cover of a Nickelback song or a Nickelback cover of a Creed song? Tony, you go first.
Why me?
Two of your favorite bands.
Do I Do I have the choice of stabbing myself in the ears with an ice pick?
No.
Only one of them. You have to hear the other. On the other one, you have to have a headphone plugged in for the rest of your life.
I think I'd go with a Nickelback cover of a Creed song.
I'm going with a Creed cover, Nickelback song. Cause the boys is funny.
Now, the funny thing is, I don't know which one you're doing. But I think either way it's correct.
No, I'd rather have Creed do a Nickelback song.
What about you guys? Dave?
I like both bands.
So it's a win-win.
It's a win-win. I was like, probably Nickelback of a cover of Creed because
So you,
I don't think what's his name Scott's doing too well these days.
so he needs the
Needs to work.
Yeah.
So you'd welcome this cover with arms wide open.
Yes.
Just checking.
Let's just move on.
Okay.
Here's a question we've never had before. Would you rather have nipples as long as spaghetti or have a nipple at the top of your wiener? Yeah, you guys didn't think I was going to go there.
And the nipple on the top of my wiener, does it obstruct anything? Or
Oh, you can you get liquid from nipples? You can definitely get liquid from your nipple tip dick.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
hey, look, ripped for her pleasure. Do I only get one nipple on my dick?
It's true. I would.
Yes.
I'd go with the nipple on the top of my
Yeah.
dick head there. I'd call it the Brachiosaurus.
Okay. Would you rather get a guaranteed $416,000 or have a 50-50 chance of getting $1 million?
What was the first one again?
$416,000
Right now.
or a 50-50 chance at $1 million?
So it's $1 million or zero.
No. You get a guaranteed 416.
If I choose the second option,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you flip a coin, you
chance I
get
get
$1
$1 million,
million.
but 50% I get nothing.
Yeah.
So I'd take the 416.
Yeah, 416. Not even close.
50-50 chance, you say. 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. We couldn't go to a casino together because we'd be broke.
It's kind of like
Well, I'm coming
these are
into the situation broke, so.
these are like the people on let's make it deal or no deal. That's
Yeah.
like, oh,
I would lose that game so bad.
what you're offering me, $250,000, but there's one box in there that has $1 million out of 20. Oh, no deal.
I'm definitely gonna take it. Let's keep going.
Then they leave with like,
So, like, your
50
odds
bucks.
are. Hey, odds keep getting worse and worse.
Never tell me the odds.
there you go.
Would you rather have sex 3 times per day with anyone you want, or
Optional or mandatory? Like, I must have sex 3 times.
no, it's optional.
Just curious.
Or would you rather have any meal you imagine teleport in front of you once per day, even ones that don't exist?
No, I'm going to go with the sex.
I already get sex 3 times a day when I want, so I'd probably get the meal.
Nice.
With anyone you want?
Yeah. Isn't that right, sweetie? Hermione, don't look at me like that.
Interspecies erotica here on Beer Bros BS does not
Yeah.
support that.
I kind of have the same line of thinking, but like I can get pretty much whatever meal I want when I want it. So.
Yeah, but not one that doesn't exist.
Tyrannosaurus eggs?
Oh well.
You wouldn't want to eat a
I'll
Tyrannosaurus.
have to go through life not knowing
Nah,
what
I'd rather
Tyrannosaurus
eat Charlotte
eggs taste
McKinney's pussy, boy.
You can have whatever beer you want because technically it's
Yeah.
part of your meal.
like.
Teleported to you. And
Yeah,
as much quantity as you wanted.
So are you saying I have to drive for this sex?
Yes.
How far?
Well, who you
'Cause
gonna have
I'm
sex
not-
with? Anybody that lives in L.A.?
Oh, I thought you said I could have sex with anybody. Now I got to go to them?
Well, yeah, you could have it.
Yeah, but the food like teleports.
The
to you.
door's going to be
God.
open when you get there. Metaphorically.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Would you rather every time you sneeze or yawn, 14 sweet potatoes get chucked at you, Or anytime you walk downstairs, there's an extra step you didn't see. I should have started with that one. In retrospect.
Fuck.
That step you don't see sounds dangerous. The sweet potato sounds hilarious.
Except what if you're driving?
Because if you're with your boys, I mean, they're going to get hit too.
Yeah, but what if you're driving and you sneeze? And you're getting pelted by sweet potatoes.
Just start
and
coming
you
out of
can't-
the air conditioning.
Yeah, and you can't see the car. Like,
Or
Right.
do they hit your car?
Sounds
Like
delicious.
from outside the car.
It's your pick.
I think I would have to go with the stairs one.
Broken neck sounds dangerous.
Well, I mean, so
Rolled ankles.
I mean,
They're not, someone's not standing like, 5 feet from you throwing them as hard as they can.
but here's the thing: like with the sneezing or yawning, these are involuntary things that you can't prevent. But stairs you can avoid. You can take elevators.
But you're not going to see it.
But it's like, even here at Jose's house, to like get in, you got to go up those little steps.
And there's always going to be one you don't see.
Always.
Dude.
Which is so frustrating, because you know it's there, but you'll never know it.
yeah.
So you're walking with those bottles? You better shit the bottles. You better toss them to us before you get in.
You see Tony's house right?
You said it's only when you go downstairs.
At Tony's house, rather than having stairs up to it, it'll have like a ramp.
And that's true. Yeah. What if I like carried around like a board with me, and I could like lay it across the stairs and make it a ramp.
Good luck taking that on an airplane. You better hope there's a little walkway from the terminal to the tarmac. You don't have to go up the stairs or down the stairs.
Well, if that happens,
Well, he would just be on a wheelchair.
I'll be one of the wheelchair people. Yeah, on the flight.
He'll be like one of the wheelchair people that are pretending to be on a wheelchair and just.
with
He's not pretending. I mean, that's pretty serious stuff. Bro.
with my service animal.
Would you rather always get splashback anytime you use the bathroom, or always get stuck at red lights? This one goes to you directly.
Splashback all the time?
All the time.
Or always stuck at red lights?
Yeah.
Even at porta potties, dude.
Oh.
Dude, I gotta really think about this, because it's like, how much time do I really spend at red lights? Versus, because I shit a lot, so.
Oh, your ass would be filthy then.
If I take the splashback, does that mean I always get green lights?
No.
So I would definitely go for that one. If I take the red lights, does that mean I never get splashback ever?
No, you
Also
just don't
no.
get them always.
Yeah.
This is a very bad situation. The prospect of splashback in a porta potty is terrifying enough for me to say the red lights.
No, I'd rather take the splashback. You never know when you're in an emergency and you need to have those red lights turn to green for you.
Okay. That's probably the best answer.
Yeah, I think the splashback, because you can always wash your hands.
Splashback is on your asshole, bro.
Well, I always assumed splashback was on your front.
On your front.
Yeah, like a urinal.
Yeah.
What? No,
Oh,
man.
no,
I thought like I'm taking a shit and it's splashing back up on my ass.
Well, it's both. We'll call it both.
This
now.
is terrible. This is even. Well, all the more reason to take the red lights then. If I'm gonna fucking get piss everywhere, piss.
You're like, I'm always late anyway. So
like there's a
fuck y'all.
like there's like a special paint they where is it? In
take the expressway
LA,
whenever I
and
can.
I think somewhere in Denmark that
And I usually try to make right turns.
that is like
so.
they paint the it's like a clear coat that they put on the side of buildings that no matter what angle you pee on if you pee on a building, it bounces off. It repels the liquid the same way it comes off.
Like back onto the pier. Yeah.
So it's a way to
It's defense.
it's a non-violent way to get people to stop peeing in public.
I had a teacher once piss on the side of the Musée d'Orsay in Paris. That was funny.
This isn't a French episode. This is a German episode.
Whoops.
All right. Would you rather...
What year
Well,
is
if
it?
you were murdered, would you rather your murderer die as punishment or rot in prison for the rest of their life? Getting deep now.
Rot in prison or die? Are they going to be in solitary? Do we know this? What do we
Doesn't
know?
say. I'd say they would be Not in solitary, but they wouldn't be in Gen Pop.
How are they gonna die? I want them to be electric chaired.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take that one. Because that sucks. That's getting cooked alive.
I don't know, because I kind of agree with the death penalty in that sort of scenario.
In the scenario where they kill you,
Like, usually I'm against it. But
kill
if
me, I
they kill
support
me, then the hell with that.
But like,
And I hope they burn in hell.
but then he's like a taxpayer burden if we just like have him rot in prison. You know why do we?
No. It's only a tax burden if their case, an appeal case, gets drawn out.
Even so, like there's costs associated with feeding him and sheltering him, and
So you're doing it purely from a public economic standpoint.
yeah, just
Tony's legacy is I don't want to leave a burden.
I don't want to leave a tax
Yeah,
burden.
I don't want to.
I would have him be
Kinda-
in prison for life, and I would haunt him every fucking day.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's like it's miserable to know that you are going to be there the rest of your life, and you will never leave that building until you are dead.
And you're in solitary, and I'm fucking...
I mean, not necessarily
well,
solitary.
maybe not, but I'm still making fun
But
of
you're
you.
not going to be in general population either. You're going to be protective custody. How about that?
Say, let that motherfucker.
So you'll be
burn
able to
from
talk
the
to other
inside
people,
out.
but everyone's going to be in their own cell, and that's about it.
What if he escapes?
You're not escaping protective custody because you're the only one in your cell, and that room is locked.
And the outside wall is locked, and the other outside wall out of that is also locked. Yeah, you're not getting
And that fence is locked. And then the fence, the door to get in that fence is electrified and locked. And
there's a giant plexiglass dome around the entire institution.
And you're wearing orange.
And it's guarded by a 25-foot lava golem.
And you're wearing orange.
Named Tony.
It's a good name.
would you rather be tased every time you swear, or tickled whenever someone else swears?
Second one. I curse too much, bro. I'm not
I
trying
would
to
be
get tased.
cursing nonstop if that was true.
Just really want to see me get tickled, huh?
Tickle monster would get you. It would be on your back nonstop around me.
Who's tickling me?
The tickle monster.
You've never met the tickle monster, Tony.
I'll introduce you after the show.
Why wait?
Is it worse than being tased?
They'll find your sweet spot. You're like, I'm kind of interested in this.
Yeah, it could be a good thing.
I'm not interested in getting tased.
I don't know where that buzz was from, but we're gonna keep going through.
On to the next beer.
It's from the beer. You're getting a buzz.
And that brings us to our second beer of the night.
Second beer of the night is Left Hand Brewing Company. Most notably known for their milk stout. But today I brought their Oktoberfest Märzen lager. It was brewed on the banks of mighty St. Vrain. It has toasty malt flavors and with noble hops. It's 6.6% by volume. It says to enjoy at 40 to 50%. 40 to 50 Fahrenheit. I don't think it's at that temperature, unfortunately.
Have you busted out the thermometer? Do you know what temperature we're drinking this at?
I'd say 71.
Yeah. I would say 71, 68 at the most.
I'm getting 69.5
Made that up.
personally. Just-
No, it's definitely colder than 75.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I mean, if we want to talk Celsius, it's probably, I'd say, a good 23.
Well, this is definitely more the color.
Yeah, this is
I say this is a
orange.
little bit darker than I would have thought.
You think so? And I don't know
I
about
would
Tony,
say-
but I get the caramel on this one.
Yeah, this one is oddly the non-German one is more true to style, I guess.
True to our expectations. Well, I don't know. You guys have actually had this stuff over there.
Well, here's the thing. Like we said last year, all these beers are Oktoberfest or Märzen styled beers.
Right.
Because technically, the only ones that are Oktoberfest or Märzen style beers are the ones made in the city limits of Munich. So it's kind
Or
of like
the Oktoberfest.
yeah.
But Märzen just means a beer that you cellared from March to
September.
Or well, I mean, you drink it during the summer, right? And then whatever's left over is what they drink. It's not like a.
It's made.
Break out your bottles and get ready to make some new beer.
No, it's tapped, for Oktoberfest.
Yeah, it's tapped for the festival.
Okay.
So they brew it in March, which is
Märzen.
which is März in German, and ferments, bottles, and it's ready to go in September for
That's a very long time to ferment.
All the
Princess Teresa's wedding.
all the official beers are commercially available, or
Yeah,
Okay.
it's Spaten, Augustiner, Hofbräu,
Soccer.
Paulaner, Hackabschor,
There we go.
and there's one I always forget.
And Lowenbrau.
Lovenbräu. Yeah, I remember I got got annoyed at the taxi driver and I kept saying Hofbrauhaus. And he's like, Hofbrau? I don't know Hofbrauhaus. It's like, this is the Oktoberfest. How many Americans and British people are here saying Hofbrauhaus? And he's like, Hofbräu? And I'm like, what the fuck is a Hofbräu? Hofbrau. Hofbräu? Hofbrau. Hofbräu. And this is after we've been drinking all day, kind of annoyed. We just want to go there and drink. Like, we've already been there. Just take us back.
No, it's an annoying American. I would just been like screaming, beer!
That was probably our first time. But it's very sweet. This one.
Yeah, it's quite malty. I guess noble hops. It was the amount of noble hops that they put in it wasn't like it doesn't, because
It's not
the hops
balanced.
is what balances out like if the maltiness on a beer. If you ever tried like for instance a Groot, which doesn't use any
Did you
hops.
say Groot?
Yeah, a Groot.
Like from
Like
one of the
Groot.
Guardians?
I am Groot.
Like one of the Guardians
Is
of
it
the
Groot or
Galaxy?
is there Groot?
No, it is Groot. But go ahead.
So those are.
He was like, God damn it.
Oh.
He's like, I don't fucking care anymore.
So, what are the noble hops?
They're more cleaner,
They were born to a noble family.
Does anybody know what they are?
aren't there? The
How
hops-
many are there? Let's start with that. Does anybody know?
5?
We got 5,
I'm going to say 6.
6.
4.
Ding, ding, ding. There are 4 noble hops.
Yeah.
Do you know what they are?
Zas is one of them, I believe.
Right. I only know 2 of them, by the way, so you
Hallertau?
can make up 2.
Holler.
That's the other one that I know. I know Saz and Hallertau.
Tatteningum?
Tapping something? Tapping that ass.
Tetning?
Tetanus?
Tetning.
And there's other ones like Splack or some
Spate.
shit.
I believe you mean spate.
Might be that way, yeah.
Yeah.
What's
I wonder
interesting
if
though is that they're
the
all
previous
named-
one, the one that had the record hops. I wonder if that's a sort of noble hop, but that's a lot more.
It's
pungent.
more of a scoundrel hop.
There's only supposed to be 4, and they're actually named after the regions
Yeah.
where they're grown, which I think is pretty interesting.
We've been through the
Oh, so it's like grapes,
Like grapes.
and wine.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Tony, Dan, and I. We went through the Hallertau region of Bavaria. I remember the first time though. Dan and Tony were passed out, and I woke up Dan. I told Dan, "No, there's all the Hallertau hops." And he said, Dan looked at me like, "What? I don't fucking care." I was like an asshole.
Okay, so the 4 hop varieties are Turnanger, Spalt, Hallertauer, and Saz.
Spalt. That's the one that I thought was Splack.
Sometimes known as Splack. The mysterious Spalt.
Whoa. Fest burps.
Tastes like mustard.
Yes.
I share it all with you guys.
Okay, thank you for that.
So I'll go next. Keeping with our Oktoberfest theme, we have 18 weird German words you wouldn't believe exist. Now, I don't know if this is something we had already done.
No,
Like
No.
Schadenfreude.
Well, we already knew about that one, Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
So there's Ohrwurm, which means earworm, and that's kind of like when you listen to a song on the radio, and it gets stuck in your head. So they have a word for that.
I mean, in English, people say earworm.
I've never heard that.
Really?
We could start it though.
No, it's.
You heard it here.
When you're
first.
singing a song, you get
I've
stuck in your
definitely
head.
heard earworm to describe exactly that. Yes.
Fernve, which is distance pain, translates to, and it's when you're, it's like the opposite of being homesick. So when you're like, fuck, I'd rather be somewhere else right now.
Oh, interesting.
That's the word for it. Fernve. This one, Kummerspek.
I feel that every day at work.
Kummerspek, which means, translates literally to grief bacon.
Grief bacon.
And that's what happens when, you're sad or you're angry and you just start eating.
Just gotta get that grief bacon.
This football team
As
gets me
opposed to
grief bacon.
Regular bacon.
Innerer Schweinhund, which translates to inner pig dog. And this comes out to can't get up in the morning to be on time for work, too lazy to go to the gym, homework remains undone until the last minute. Don't worry, it's not your fault. The blame lies on your inner pig dog. That's the tiny voice in the back of your head which is trying to convince you a life of inertia and of which you will have to overcome to rid yourself. It doesn't really make sense.
I just thought it was my brain.
Fremd shaman, exterior shame, and that's when people cringe and they make a fool of themselves.
When you cringe at them making a fool of
Yeah.
themselves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Torschluss panic, closing gate panic, and that's when you're like, did I lock my car? Did I leave my house? Did I lock my house?
Oh man, I have torsion and panic all the time.
Yeah, me too. I have to get up at night and just look at, do all the locks again. And sometimes I do find the locks are open, though.
So you're just being, thorough.
Yeah.
Lebensmüde. Lebensmüde.
Oh, that sounds sexy.
Life tired. So I think that one describes itself. Weltschmerz,
I'm in a Lebensmood.
which is world pain. It's the world isn't perfect more often than not. It fails to live up to what we wish it. Weltschmerz describes the pain we feel at this discrepancy. It can be one of the main drivers of Kummerspek. This fucking word. Backpfeifen guess shit.
That shit.
Gesicht. Geschit. Backpfeifen. Yeah.
Backpfeifen finding shit.
Yeah, you just said fuck that. You read half of the word and you said fuck that. Some people just need a high five in the face with a chair. So it translates to slap face. So when someone's around and, I guess if your soccer team or your local football team's losing and someone's just laughing at them losing, what you want done to them would be a Backpfeifengangkeit.
That word is awesome. You deserve a high five in the face with
a chair.
Perzelbaum. Perzelbaum.
Pervert bomb.
Perzelbaum.
It describes a somersault on the ground, a favorite way of a child to get their clothes dirty.
Do you guys know
How do you
the?
apply this word?
So you want to do a somersault?
No, not particularly. So I mean, this
Just
is
to
like,
get your clothes dirty? You're just gonna do something just to get dirty. It's a
Oh.
it's a Perzelbaum.
That sounds about right.
Do you guys know the German word for Vaseline?
Vaseline.
Der Wiener Schleider.
The Wiener Schneider.
I don't know if that's real or not.
Could be.
There's more, but I can't even pronounce these words. Cuddle muddle. There's no word that translates into English. It describes an unstructured mess, chaos, or hodgepodge.
Clusterfuck.
Which is funny because this is our hodgepodge. Cuddle muddle.
Cuddle muddle.
Cuddle muddle.
Beer
Welcome to
the
our
Beer
Cuddle
Bros
Muddle.
BS Cuddle Muddle.
I like how they say there's no words to describe this, and then they go on and describe it in English
Well, the
words.
closest thing would be a hodgepodge.
Or a clusterfuck.
A motley crew or a motley assortment.
Like how you just like suddenly turned Irish at the end there.
Well, let me tell you, they also be drinking the beer. So as we get ready for the next beer,
Third beer?
somebody else want to go?
Ooh. Yeah, man. So right now, I'm gonna give out my pick of the week for TV show to be watching, and it's Atlanta by Donald Glover on FX Tuesdays. And I don't know what time. Look that shit up.
Just set your DVR and eventually they'll appear.
I'm not your TV guy, bitch.
Yeah. But the show is
Look
really
up your
good.
time zones too.
Show's really good. I highly recommend it. It's about a guy and his cousin trying to navigate the Atlanta rap scene. The show has every opportunity to become a cliche, but it is groundbreaking in a lot of ways. It's got this sort of surreal, absurdist like strain running through it that makes for very, very
I'm sorry.
No, please.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so Jose's pouring out the beer. He pours himself less than a half. He pours myself about a half. He gives Tony about 3/4 of a glass full of beer.
I'm getting a mug.
You're
I'm getting the whole mug.
mug.
I like it. Jose knows how to treat his guests.
I like it.
Like it's
like that.
Oktoberfest. You have to drink liters at a time.
There you go, Dave. You got some more too.
Nice.
But yeah, it's really interesting the way that he does a lot of things. It's not entirely clear where the show takes place. Like, it's obvious it takes place in Atlanta, but Atlanta in what universe or what timeline? It's
What do you mean?
pretty
Like, what
cool.
timeline?
It's not necessarily like a science fiction show, but it's just like a very absurd show.
So when you say science fiction,
I say it's not science fiction.
So it's like
That-
kind of like Man in the White Castle, but like
oh, that's a
modern
good show.
day. But it's sort of a like
Not
it
really,
has
'cause-
that kind of weird feeling where it's like you notice that it's not now or
Well, it's set
not
in the,
this
no,
reality.
it says it's
but
set in the 50s.
No. It's set in the
No, it's not set in the present. It's set in like the 50s and 60s.
yeah. It's set
It's-
in like the 60s.
it's
It's set like 20 or 30 years after the war, right? Because they've been
Well, it's not the
occupying.
70s. Well,
so it's like an alternative reality to the '60s.
Well,
Is it
no.
though?
Well, yeah, that show maybe. The Man in the High Castle. Yeah.
Don't say anything 'cause I haven't seen the last 30 minutes of
but,
the last episode.
Yeah, me neither.
But did that show even come back for a new season?
December comes out.
Okay,
Season 2.
cool. But yeah, Atlanta is highly recommended. It's pretty funny. It's like a dramedy.
Are there any appearances from
There are some famous cameos.
Tip?
I'm not gonna give it away.
So
Luda?
I know
Tremaine?
Donald Glover is also a rapper in real life.
Yes,
so
he is.
Is it like
It is not
autobiographical?
autobiographical. It is not. It's something else. I mean, who knows? Maybe there are some autobiographical elements, but the show is not even about his character. It's really
Is it like a fictionalized version, like 8 Mile or
no,
Get Rich
not at
or Die
all,
Trying?
not at all, not at all. It's
kind of like it, but
like I said, the show has every opportunity to be a cliche. You know, like everything you guys are pointing at, but it's groundbreaking, really, in my opinion. It really
And where-
doesn't fall into any of those. Any of
Where
those
is
traps.
this again on?
It's on FX Tuesday
FX.
nights. I don't know if it's at 9 or 10. I don't know.
Is it
now
on
are you
Hulu?
saying FX or FX?
FX,
FX?
the FX network.
Icky.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was saying the effects.
Like
The effects of the show are great.
like Das Effects
Das effects
Or no
Unzefek.
effects.
or no? Yeah.
or special effects.
What about Rex and Effects?
Okay,
we don't
so,
get that channel here.
So that brings us to our third beer of the night.
Oh
you, bro.
yes,
He's like,
from Dave's favorite brewery, Wynwood Brewing. This is Wyntoberfest. It's our local
Award-winning?
No, I don't think this one won an award.
Oh.
No.
Well, they're award-winning brewery, though.
They did win an award. Yes, they have won awards. This is their take on the Märzen style.
It's quite hoppy for a Märzen. So we went from one extreme from being like,
Very malty to very hoppy.
yeah,
But I still get the caramel undertones in it.
Yeah, it's more on the hoppier side, but not like IPA hoppy. It's lagery hoppy. I guess.
I believe
I guess it's
they use
because we followed
Saaz.
it up from like the previous beer, which was very sweet and malty, to this one where it's kind of like you can taste a little bit like the hops more.
So it's Saaz hops that they use?
I believe it is Saaz hops, and if you look at the color, it is.
See, this would be more the color I'd expect.
Yeah, it's definitely not as orangey as
Right, it's a
as
gold,
the October.
but a darker,
Yeah.
more meaty gold.
Do you know the ABV of this?
The ABV is, I believe, 5.5.
So on the low end for Märzen.
5.1.
Oh, 5.1. Oh, okay.
After review, the ABV is 5.1. Please reset the game clock to 11 minutes.
First down. Yeah, I guess so.
Third down.
So I guess it's up to you now, Tony.
Up to me. All right, well, my topic's not that serious this week. I just wanted to...
Just wanted to say crazy German words.
True. Actually, it's not that different than what you brought to the table, Dave. I found this blog post on Estately blog, and it is the complete list of lewd-sounding town names in America.
Mm.
So they...
Oh, I did see this list. There are some real gems on it.
Yeah, they made a map of all 50 states and listed the like the most lewd sounding town, or filthy.
Let me ask you, for
obscene
Florida,
sounding names. Yeah, what would you guess?
Kissimmee?
No, and it's not even that good. The Florida one, I don't
Yeah,
think.
Florida one really wasn't that great.
I remember Ohio had a pretty good one. I think. Let's get into it.
Florida one is Miccosukee.
That's really not
Yeah,
that
which
I think Kissimmee's better.
good. Kissimmee would have been a better choice in my
but they
opinion.
went with Miccosukee because I guess they are not from Florida, so they think it's Miccosukee.
There we go.
Ohio is actually one of the good ones. PP Township.
PP Township.
I'll kind of go through them real quick.
Here are the PP Township Warriors.
We've got Hump Tulips, Washington.
That's pretty good.
Wankers Corner, Oregon. Rough and Ready, California.
Come on.
That is awesome, actually.
Sugar Bunker, Nevada.
Sugar bunker.
Dick Shooter, Idaho.
Wow.
Well, I wonder how that one got named.
Cummertown, Montana.
Brokeback.
Goshen Hole, Wyoming. Virgin, Utah, appropriately. Lubers, Colorado. Three-Way, Arizona. Blewett, New Mexico. Kinkler, Texas.
Kinkler.
Hooker, Oklahoma. Drywood, Kansas. Beaver City, Nebraska. Bone Steel, South Dakota. Cummings, North Dakota.
Wait, what was South Dakota?
Bone Steel.
So it's Bone Steel, and then you got Cummings
Yeah.
off the top.
Cummings right out of the Bone Steel. You got it. Keister, Minnesota.
Keister.
Balltown, Iowa.
Yes.
Cooter, Missouri.
In the cooter.
Just north of Wiener, Arkansas. Dry Prong, Louisiana. We've got Dick, Michigan. Spread Eagle, Wisconsin.
Nice.
Booty, Illinois. Floyd's Knobs, Indiana. Big Bone, Kentucky. Sweet Lips. Sweet Lips, Tennessee. Splunge, Mississippi.
Who gets to name these towns, dude?
Splunge.
These are Native American names.
Splunge.
Booty, 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 booty. Illinois.
I just want to say it one more time. Splunge. What else? We got Ball Play, Alabama. Butts,
Play.
Georgia. Sugar Tit, South Carolina.
Hell yeah.
Climax, North Carolina. Short Pump, Virginia. Bro Hard, West Virginia. Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
Just straight up.
Butternuts, New York.
Butternuts, New York, and Sweet Tit, South Carolina so far.
I think that's actually a brewery, Butternuts.
That's funny.
Or at least a beer that I've had. Cozy Corner, Vermont.
Whoa, hey, Cozy Corner on the map.
Effingham, New Hampshire. Bangor, Maine.
Wait. Effingham?
Yep.
It's not fucking ham.
No, it's Effingham.
Effing
Come on. This is a PG-13 podcast, you guys.
Oh, no, it's definitely not. It's explicit.
Yeah, I know. Of course, we've got Felchville, Massachusetts. Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Essex, Connecticut. Ramtown, New Jersey. Swallow Hill, Delaware. And Blue Ball Village, Maryland.
Wow.
And then...
Blue Ball Village. What a terrible place.
Oh, and we've also got Mary's Igloo, Alaska.
Oh, yeah, don't forget about Alaska and Hawaii.
And Hawaii is Honaunapupu. And for anyone interested, there's like a whole list of the next best in each state, like or all the
The honorable mentions.
What's
Yeah,
the next
exactly.
best on Florida?
I'll just read them. So we got Briny Breezes, Bunker Donation, Chattahoochee,
Chattahoochee, that's Florida, baby.
yeah,
Woo!
Fluffy Landing,
Where can I get a...
and
trying to get to a fluffy landing.
and Wildwood.
These are all in Florida?
Yes.
Oh, well, look at that.
I think that was better than...
Chattahoochee is great.
That's in the middle of the state.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll tweet the link to this page so everyone can enjoy these silly town names and laugh at like the 12-year-olds we are.
12 and a half, sir.
Oh, okay, sorry. So yeah.
Effingham, New...
Butternuts. Sugar tit.
And that brings us to our final part of the show.
Oh wait, did Jose say his topic?
Did you go, Jose? Fuck me, dude. I don't know why I thought you went.
I don't know either.
I don't know either. Let's pour out the last beer and then you get going.
Weihenstephaner.
What's Weihenstephaner?
Weihenstephaner.
Some dead silence. Some dead air is not bad. I think Alex wants to do some Oompa music.
No, man, do the Panther song.
There is no beer. That's why we drink it here. And when we are gone from here,
Wait, but Dave,
all
what
our
was the song
friends
that
will
they
be
did at the
drinking all our
Oktoberfest?
beer.
I'm Prosit.
Yeah,
Is this a real song?
yeah.
It's a
You get the
famous
other bottle?
polka.
Isn't this like an I'm Prosit like moment, like drink out of all your beers now?
Yeah, one of the things they do in Oktoberfest is every was it Tony, every 15 minutes
Oh,
they play the song.
it's hard to judge time.
I want to say it's like every 15 minutes they play a song called I'm Prosit, which is like a cheers, which it translates to, and at the end of the song everyone takes a chug from their drink to make sure that you're still drinking your beer and it's nonstop awesomeness.
As it should be.
And in the meanwhile, they either play other Oompa music and or classic 70s rock.
Yeah, it's like, there's constantly music.
You
going
mean
on.
they don't play David Hasselhoff all the time?
No,
Not all the time.
Caroline.
Sweet Caroline? Oot, oot, oot.
All right.
And this is our.
What sound does a German cow make? I don't know. I'm really fucking.
Shazoo.
That's a French one, right?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, we
it's
must
like,
be in Europe now.
it's like moo, but with the O's are like has umlauts on them.
That was us like all throughout. I don't know at what point of the trip we started saying that, and it was like the next time because all we did were just on buses going to different cities in Germany and Austria, and we're like, when we see a cow, we just say, Shazoo, Quickery. And oh my god! And it's funny because I was gonna bring this up later in the past. So by trade, I really am a librarian. And one of the things that we do is we do story times for children to help facilitate early literacy. And I was at a training for some reason, and there was a lady, I forgot what country she came from, and she was saying, "Have you heard the story, the story of the French farm?" And she was saying, like, everyone knows the sound that the rooster makes. And she went, Quickery! And I was like, holy shit, she really did it. I was like, I thought they were just making fun of, France and Europe. Easy joke. No, but it's a
really
real
do.
thing.
Yeah.
They really-
Animals make different sounds in different languages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rooster in Spanish is kikiriki, and in English is cock-a-doodle-doo, which I don't really get that one. I only got there. But.
Even laughing is different. Like here, it's ha ha ha, like HAA in Spanish. Ya 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 ha 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 ha. In Italian,
And on Beer Bros and BS, it's
in Italian, it's like AH.
how is it in anime, in Japanese anime? That's how the dolphins laugh, dude.
Fuck you, Will and Dolphin.
So as I was saying, this brings us to our fourth beer of the night. Which by the oldest still working brewery in the world,
In the world.
Weihenstephaner Oktoberfest beer. It's their fest beer by Bayerische Staatsbrauerei Weihenstephan. It's only 5.8%. Full, rich body, hoppy seasonal lager, especially brewed for the fest beer season, which we're in. This beer truly represents the Bavarian way of celebrating. Deep golden color, great mouthfeel, and lots of flavor. Prost.
Gross.
What do you guys think?
I think it's definitely more pale than deep golden.
Yeah. It reminds me of the first beer that we had from a little bit.
Much more
Like-
lagery.
Yeah, it's a little bit more lagery. It's not as lagery. It still has more of a malt backbone that you see on it.
It's sweet. It's sweet.
I would say
It's-
this is with the head. It's a nice little frothy white head on top. At least I got.
It does have, it has pretty good head retention compared to the other ones.
I would
so
think I would say this is the most balanced of all of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
that we've had.
And I would say this is
Which is to
also
be expected. They've had 1,000 years of practice.
yeah. And this would be more of what you would find at the actual festival.
Yeah, this brewery is like just outside of Munich.
Awesome. So we've been doing it wrong all along.
Well, it's the American way.
Yeah.
We do it our way.
That's right. Tradition, bah.
exactly
Unless you're-
fortune cookies. Yeah.
They never see us coming.
No, they never did.
So what was your topic, Jose?
My topic was
We're already we're off the rails.
I wanted to bring up two things.
Yes.
The Samsung phones. They I don't know if you heard that they discontinued the Note 7
They set up trading stations at airports.
Why did they do that?
because they're catching on fire. I know some of we haven't been on air for quite a while, but during our off time of the air, these phones have caught.
Dan's lost part of his leg.
Wait, Dan has the phone? No, one of my coworker has a phone, and he refuses to turn it in. I'm like, motherfucker, do we have a fire extinguisher around in here?
Like it's going to explode in your
going
pocket.
to explode.
I saw somebody had put a video, and they left a Note 7 in charged, and they put a live camera on it, and they put it on Facebook Live, and they're like, let's just see how long this is plugged in until it blows up. Like, this is amazing. I didn't have time to watch it.
What a time to be alive.
I mean, did it say like how long it took?
Oh, it was live he had just plugged it in. I said, well, I'm not going to sit there and watch a phone. A phone charging until it explodes.
But what a fucking disaster for Samsung. I feel sorry for them. I mean, they make very good products too. But
I heard one of their washing machines also one of their line of washing machines was also blowing up.
Oh, because of the lithium batteries that.
No, it was just some weird coincidence. They also make washing machines, and one of their models in their line of washing machines.
I guess the gunpowder caught fire or something.
Yeah, I know, because you need to have gunpowder with your washing machines. How else are you going to wash your clothes? You need to really blast those,
Damn it, Samsung.
Blast out the stains. All right.
But getting into the topic, I found an interesting article why always on the Apple, when they do the models, the prototypes, if you notice, the phones always have the time 9:41 on them.
Never noticed that.
They all have
that
the time 9:41 because
why is that?
When Steve Jobs first
passed away,
showcased the iPod, it had the time on it 9:41. So, and he also, because he had it, he showcased it at 9:41 also. So ever since that, they've tried to coordinate things like when they're doing the live showing of the phone, like to coordinate it to 9:41. Like, so to keep along
conformity.
with I guess you
think
can say
different, dude.
That's his favorite time.
Right. How about the social pressures that keep people on iPhones because they don't want to get green bubble shamed? Which is funny because the green bubble doesn't actually show up for the person with the Android phone. It just shows up on the iPhone person's phone.
I don't want to lose it because I don't want to lose my numbers.
There's just too many group chats, man.
There's green bubble shaming?
Yeah, green bubble shaming.
Oh, yeah, there definitely is.
You
my
don't know
friends and
about
I do it
this
to each other, yeah.
It's like, oh, you got a green bubble, bro? You suck.
And they get kicked out of the group message.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's it. You're not in the group message anymore, green bubble.
And they come back and they're like, oh, my life's so much better now. And hear those texts. And about a couple weeks later, I shit you not, this is a conversation we've had with some of my friends. Like, damn, I miss you guys.
You stopped talking to them.
I miss you guys. I miss knowing what's going on with you guys. And
Yeah, I remember back in the day it was a real struggle for the group messages, man. Because I used to have the Android phone and all my friends had the Apple phones, and
even to this day,
Jose, you're in a room full of Apple phones.
I know.
Are you the reason the Beer Bros group chat is green?
I think so.
What you couldn't hear offline was
JJ too. He is a Android phone.
We should start another one just without it.
I was just thinking that.
What you just missed, audience, was my wife calling me a mouth breather and throwing me under the bus for having an Android phone.
Well, you could just get an iPhone.
You could just upgrade, get the 7.
Get a phone that doesn't explode.
I do have a 6 Plus for sale. $200. 120.
I've never owned
gigs.
an Apple product.
It's about time you change that, my friend.
Think differently.
Exactly. I'm a total Windows guy, but I use an iPhone. They're awesome.
That's true. They are awesome, actually. They are awesome.
Back to the beer here. Interesting that the first one, the Sierra Nevada one, which was brewed with a German brewery,
Yes.
resembled the one brewed by a German brewery.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to actually point that out, that it's Mars Brau, and that they collaborated with.
So yeah, I guess this is more true to the style. This is truer
Roy.
to the style,
Oh,
huh?
Brau.
That's like I told you. Like I got
Right.
an argument with that taxi driver.
Off Broy.
Roy. It says one time only, though. That's
One
sad.
time only.
Because every year they do a different brewery.
I don't know. I
What brewery
thought they
was it
did
last
a
year?
good job with
Last
this
year
one.
was Bräuhaus Riegele.
Yeah, unfortunately, these are not type of beers that you can keep forever if you wanted.
Try to do a vertical.
A vertical.
And
Actually,
Oktoberfest lagers.
you mentioned on the last podcast they're called Märzens because they start brewing in March.
Yeah, I
They-
mentioned
they put
that.
'em to
I
ferment.
mentioned that 15 minutes ago, not the last episode.
Wait, you mean we're not recording a new episode right now? Welcome to Beer Bros BS, episode 51.
51.5.
51.5.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I said that, but we were at.
Yeah, we
I
talked.
don't-
Märzen is.
I don't remember
means
saying that at
from March.
at Boxelder.
You don't. I'm just trying to do what politicians do. They just turn around. Like,
And I thank you for your response, David. I'm glad we live in a country where you can give that response that you feel safe and we have the right to give a response like that. It's great that we do that. I don't trust you though. You've made some shady deals in your past. That's how you do it. That's a politician way.
That was a huge response, tremendous response.
Just terrible woman. Pigweed.
I can tell you that.
Nobody respects responses more than me.
I have to say, while we're recording this, we have a college football game on, Boise State and BYU, and they went for a field goal. It went off the crossbar. The player caught it and ran it back 40-some yards.
and the Smurf.
Off the crossbar. It hit the crossbar, bounced back into the field of play, and the player caught it. That's an amazing play.
Yeah.
Brigham Young University.
Playing in the Smurf turf. Actually, a fun fact about the
Insert your own joke here.
Boise State's turf is that every morning
blue?
they have to, yeah, it's blue, and because it's blue, every morning the janitor has to come by and sweep off the dead birds because they dive into it thinking it's water.
Really?
Yeah.
In the middle of Idaho.
Yeah, in the middle of Idaho.
You are the hoe.
Idaho.
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 I mean, these birds are idiots thinking that there's a giant thing of water in
No, they're
Idaho.
not idiots. I mean, it's blue. I would have, if I was a bird, I would dive right into it too.
If you were a bird, you'd have a bird brain.
I think the birds are actually pretty smart, but I think that these birds in particular are doing a service to the gene pool.
Are you saying that the birds in Idaho are not as intelligent as the birds in the rest of the country?
I'm saying that the birds in Idaho that crash into the turf are not as smart as the birds in the rest of the country.
Or the birds in Idaho that don't crash into the ground.
The ones that don't crash into the ground are pretty smart in my book.
Maybe it's only a matter of time till they crash in the ground.
Well, then, time will tell.
Or maybe that this is like Darwinism at its finest.
That's
and
all I'm trying to say, man.
eventually, Idaho will have birds that don't mistake blue football fields for water.
Or they won't have any
birds that can sense gravity. Like, not just, well, that doesn't make sense.
Well, I was going to say, whoa.
Scratch that. Scratch
Yes,
that
let me
one.
fly up towards water.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Physicist right here.
Aliens.
Alex doesn't even want to talk anymore.
We're
He's
just
like, he's
actually-
like, fuck you, Jose. Thanks. I'm done.
I think it's a conspiracy. Maybe we're just surrounded by a pool of water. We're just like a big sphere inside a pool of water. That's why the sky is blue.
Okay.
Maybe you got all philosophical on us.
I don't know. I've never.
What if all this is the Matrix and we're all just like, plugged into a machine to power the robots?
Motherfucker, why did you have to put like fucking code to have like red lights and like Miami traffic?
To keep you in line.
Fucking machines.
Fucking machines.
That's why we need Keanu Reeves to come save us all.
From Miami traffic.
So let me ask you guys, what burns your bacon?
Fucking
That's not-
machines.
The fucking machines that
Red lights in
plugged
the Matrix.
When someone succinctly points out an error in my logic, that hurts my bacon.
Jose, what burns your bacon?
when my wife succinctly points out her in my logic.
Dude, you know what burns my bacon this week? Is the song The Best Day of My Life by American Authors. That may be one of the fucking 5 worst songs ever written.
Do you have
That's
an
so-
earworm
How does it-
for
how does it-
American
Goddamn it.
authors?
How do the lyrics
It's
go?
gonna be the best day of my life. And that's all we can sing right now.
It's the best day of my life.
This
It's gonna be the best day of my life.
We have to make it
You
fair.
know, Tony, can I talk to you one-on-one right here? You know you fucked up right now, right? For telling me this?
Oh, yeah, I know.
The mental note was made now.
Hose B is going to add it to his like songs to piss Tony off playlist.
Yes, I already do. Included with Pitbull, Cyndi Lauper,
And Green
Nickelback.
Nippleback.
Nickelback.
I hear them
And Green
performing
Day.
at Jake Wynwood's Nippleback.
Free colorful clank to the first people.
Anyway, fuck American Authors and fuck their shitty song and their shitty music. Next.
Hey, not everybody hates them.
Not everyone has taste.
Not everybody's
Whoa.
their band members.
What?
Not everybody's their band members.
That's true. There's at least 4 or 5 people that like it. That are in the band.
Well, there are, self-loathers.
Actually, to be honest, if it's on the radio, somebody has to like them.
You were, let's not
Right?
get into that, huh? Right?
Actually, I don't know.
It's just repetition, huh? They just kind of force you to like it.
Yeah.
You hear it and you're like, oh, this sucks. And then, 2 weeks later, you're in the
You're
shower.
like,
going,
panda, 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 panda,
yeah, panda.
Tony's already downloaded that song.
Yeah, Panda, you liked it, huh?
No.
You got broads in Atlanta? Twisted Doblin?
I like the
in
Panda
Fanta?
song.
You know what was the best was when local sports writer Dan Lebitard's father sung the Panda song. That was fantastic.
He sung the Panda song.
Yeah, he goes,
Yeah.
Panda, Panda, Panda. I have broads in Atlanta.
Oh my God.
You can find the show on ESPN daily, Monday through Friday.
Yeah, that's right. What
Highly questionable.
highly questionable with Dan Lebitard
And Bomani Jones.
and Bomani Jones and Poppy.
And Poppy.
Poppy is great, bro. Poppy makes that show.
Yeah.
And every now and then you'll actually get to see him. He'll rap with the artist.
Yeah?
Yeah, like he did. My favorite was with Uncle Luke.
Whoa.
Yeah, because they're in South Beach, so there are people who will come in studio.
That's awesome.
What's his name? He did like 4 or 5 songs with Lil Wayne
Oh, shit.
in studio.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
What
Look
burns
it
your
up.
bacon, Dave?
I really don't have anything that burns my bacon this week. I thought long and hard.
People that tell you that they're going to be there, but they tell you that they're not, and then they show up there. And
People, yeah, you know what? That's true. I take that back. People that sell out on the day of a recording,
Yeah.
and then people that sell out hours before.
And then people that say that you're not going to be there, and then you go there anyways to an
Huh?
event.
Oh yeah, the same thing. Selling out, yeah,
Yeah,
that burns my
Yeah.
bacon.
yeah,
Or selling out and then you see them there anyway.
Or you see them there,
Slice their tire.
yeah. Or they're like, oh, I can't make it. I
Did I say that out loud? Oh, this will be taken out. Don't worry about that.
I can't make it, and then you see on Facebook they're like somewhere else, and you're like, dude, just tell me that you're gonna go
They had,
somewhere else. Why?
What's it called? Tinnitus.
Tinnitus?
Oh, tinnitus.
And
Like,
ringing of the ears.
yeah.
I was like a tinnitus, somebody who's all about tonight.
All right. So let me ask you guys: what was your favorite beer of the episode?
The Weihenstephaner.
Yep.
Festbier.
Weihenstephaner.
Yeah, I think the wine. Well, I'll
Which
do
one?
the Weihenstephaner.
I like the one Oktoberfest beer we had.
The
Yeah.
left-hand Oktoberfest?
That one Märzen style.
Wyntoberfest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Close second was the. I guess if you're close second was the Sierra Nevada one actually
Yeah.
by far.
Right on.
So as always, remember you can find well, first off, subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud.
Podcast Addict.
Remember, and you can find the podcast at all these places. We're trying to see if we can get on Spotify, but I think you have to be invited to upload there.
Oh.
I think
Did you use promo code Beer Bros BS?
I didn't, but it should work though.
It should work.
Should probably work. Remember, you can find us at facebook.com/BeerBrosBS, on Twitter and Instagram at BeerBrosBS. Remember, you can look to Untapped for all of our rankings of these beers. You can email us your ideas, questions, hopes, concerns, nudes, fantasies.
We don't have a Snapchat yet.
But once we do, those nudes.
They'll slide on in. Send all these your ideas to us at beerbrosbs@gmail.com. Remember, you can find everything on our website, beerbrosbs.com. Just renewed the website for another year. As always, remember, you can find everything on SoundCloud, iTunes, and...
Podcast Addict.
All right, so I'm Dave, the Big Librarian.
Ik bin ein, the king of Alapata.
Or the A King of Alvada?
Yeah, why not?
Konig.
Konig, yeah. Yeah.
Der König den Alapata. And I'm Tony, craft beer gooner.
Ich bin Jose.
All right, danke.
Danke.
Prost.
Danke.
Prost.
Prost.
Beer Bros.
Beer Bros. And BS.
Yes.